Well, it's here. It's happened. I have hit record and decided that whatever I record, whatever I say right now, is actually going to go online. I've done a couple of tests over the past, let's say, month or so of me just hitting record and throwing out some crazy ideas, some crazy thoughts, mostly about my insecurities, mostly about how crazy it was to turn 40, and the back and forth, this dichotomy of wanting to do something online that's authentic, but also at the same time by forcing myself to do something online that's not supernatural is not authentic. Those two ideals rail against one another. But here we are. We're going to create some kind of content to put online. For what purpose? Well, it's mostly vanity. Mostly vanity. There's a lot in me that wants to create something sustainable for myself. By myself, I mean me, my family, my environment. I don't like the idea of just living for people I don't know. And that's a mean thing to say. And since I've already decided I'm posting this, we may have to dive into that idea. Yeah, I don't want to be selfish. I don't want to live for me and my own and myself only. I want my life to mean something to the world around me. I want it to be impactful in a very positive way. So I don't mean it in that sense, but when I do think about working, I just don't love working to make other people wealthy. Now, I don't mind working in that causing wealth for them, but I don't like the idea of them taking all the wealth and not really sharing it with me. So yeah, in that way, I'd like to create something that is more self-sustaining for me and my family. I don't know what to think about the state of the world and where we're going. Is our democracy kind of breaking down for the United States? Is it not? Are we going to a more autocratic society? The middle class is shrinking. It's been shrinking. It seems like it might be on the brink of shrinking much faster, at a faster rate than it was before. But who knows what the world is going to do in the next year or two. But I do know that I'd like to be self-sustainable no matter what the market does, no matter what political upheaval is ahead. So I certainly don't want to create content about politics, but it comes up. I think what I'm going to create content about is insecurities. I'm going to talk a lot about my own insecurities, and hopefully as I use this as like a therapeutic way to explore myself, I hope that maybe it helps somebody else explore themselves at the same time. But let's be authentic right from the get-go here, and I'll let you know that this really does have a lot of selfish motivations to it. Although, while I'm being completely selfish, I sure would like to find a way to selflessly help others along the way. I think what we really should be doing here long term is, one, I'm going to share a lot about my story, a lot about who I am. Probably for those of you who know of me but don't know me very well, you think maybe I have a very interesting life. I certainly have some interesting stories to tell, but from my perspective, it's not that interesting, and I think maybe you'll get some of your delusions corrected. And those who don't know me at all, well, you're not watching this, so good luck. But yeah, so yeah, I think what we're gonna do is explore some things like some of the businesses that I have failed at in the past, and some that I'm building right now. Some ideas that I have for the future that may never, ever actually happen. That I'd be happy to share with you. For instance, one idea that I think is so fun that me and a friend back, I'll say back home because you don't You may or may not know that I'm not living back home right now. More on that later. One idea that we had was in regards to like a bar, but also like a wet bar, but also a smoothie bar. So in the mornings, it could be like this organic, pick your own produce, pick your own recipe kind of smoothie place, and at night it would just be a bar. Get your great cocktails, get your beer, get wine, whatever, and what we would call this place is the cause and the cure. So you can come and get your the cause of your hangover at night, and in the morning, stop by and get a smoothie and cure that dang hangover. And I thought that was a really fun idea. That'll probably never happen. Lots of good reasons why that may never happen. And if you decide I am somebody you'd like to talk to or to listen to, you probably hear a lot about business ideas and entrepreneurial ideas and thoughts and dreams, mainly from a failed entrepreneur in general. I wouldn't consider myself a true entrepreneur at this point right now. By spirit, I'm a true entrepreneur, but in practice, I think I'm a glorified freelancer. And so I'd like to change that over time, and maybe you could be part of that journey. So we'll talk a lot about personal journeys and business journeys, which would be less personal, but they all relate to me as a person. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I just now realized, before any editing, if I even do editing, this is over 6.5 minutes, almost 7 minute long video, which means on the current YouTube algorithms, anything over 90 seconds will not be shown to new people. I don't know if that's the same for Instagram and or Facebook, but which means that this video will not be introduced to new people unless you introduce those new people. Introduce me to those new people. Yeah. And I think I won't be editing these, because I think this raw vlog style thing is it's a little bit internet 2.0, and I think we're going to bring it back. We're going to do a little bit of vlogging, going to do a little bit of internal introspection out loud for you, and we'll try to make it fun and entertaining. I've got some other projects that I think I can invite you to that are a little bit more entertaining, but this would be about people who are, one, interested in possibly how a paraplegic white kid from the United States is spending a lot of time in Thailand and trying to build a sustainable life as a freelancer, aspiring to be the entrepreneur he's always wanted to be. There you go. That's what we got so far. There was once upon a time I had an idea for a podcast, and it was for businesses who wanted to double down on personal growth as like an like HR type growth. Like we want to be a culture of this or that, and we have personal growth we want to achieve, and of course business growth. And that podcast was going to be GrowthGrowth. I think instead I'm going to consider this therapeutic vlog style. Ooh, I know I just made some people cringe, because vlog, V-L-O-G, really, really irks some people. But this vlog style, these videos are going to be growth for me. I'm doubling down. I need a lot of personal growth. You'll see over time, I need a lot of that. So, and I also need a lot of business growth too. So let's do that. Now I need some encouragement. So what we're going to do is go find some encouragement. Now I use Loom for this, which I'm not super duper familiar with. And you might actually see something on my screen that I don't want you to see. Oh, that was my face. That would be fine to see. Aha, there you go. Well, it doesn't matter. So yeah, I was just on Facebook. What I really want right now is encouragement. So I'm going to go to encouraging quotes for over 40. I turned 40 last December. It's March 3rd at the time of this recording. Whew. Okay. You know what? I'm a man, so I am going to encourage quotes for men over 40. And let's get some encouragement and let's end this sucker. The true measure of a man is how he treats someone who can do him absolutely no good. Well, I'd say that's a true measure of anyone. Perhaps gender is not the right way to dive into inspiration, because it really doesn't matter what my genitals are to be encouraged. I do think the world treats you differently depending on what you're carrying downstairs or not carrying downstairs, which I think is kind of ridiculous if you think about it. But so sometimes maybe it's helpful to have something curated like that. But right now, let's just take this one as it is. The true measure of a person is how they treat someone who can do them absolutely no good. I don't know that that's encouraging as much as inspiring. And those are different things. I want to be encouraged. I want to be motivated to love myself today. That's what I want. And maybe we just leave it there. I want to be encouraged to motivate, to be motivated to love myself today. I don't know how this thing works. There we go. And here's what we're going to do. March, the month of luck, the month of St. Patty's Day. We are in luck. I'm in luck. You're in luck. This is what I'm going to do, and I encourage you to do the same. Let's decide that for this month, it's a holiday. The whole month is a holiday, and we are going to give ourselves a holiday from self-judgment. Lucky me. I'm not going to judge myself. I'm not going to judge myself for a lot of things that maybe I should have done that I didn't do, such as maybe clean the dishes, or clean a lot of the dishes, but stop right before I finish them. I want to judge myself for that, but I'm not going to. I am going to try to do better tomorrow, but I'm not going to judge myself today. I'm not going to judge myself for all the things that are on my mind that make me feel like this was a stupid idea, all the negative things that make me want to push myself down. I'm going to do a holiday from that, the month of March. Okay, great. And I'm going to try to post every single day. And I say try. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to record every single day. That's the commitment I'm going to make. I'm going to record every single day. I do not know if I'm going to post every single thing I record, but I think I might. Tell me if you think I should. Give me some kind of interaction, some kind of engagement. I don't know what platform you're watching this on, but maybe there's a like button, maybe there's a comment. Just tell me if I should or should not post everything. And I am definitely going to only do one take, so I'm not going to cut these up or edit these. That'll keep it very vlog style, and it'll keep it very doable for me to just hit record and send something out into the world. Yeah, wow. Okay, if you've seen this far in the video, congratulations. Please put a birthday cake emoji somewhere on my channel, and then also pick maybe one of the last 3 people you spoke to in your text messages. One of the last 3 people. I want you to send them a birthday emoji, and don't say anything in that first text message. Just birthday emoji. Maybe give it 30, 45 seconds. Then you can say something if they don't say something back. But I think that'll be a nice, fun way to say, hey, I'm glad you were born. May not be the day of your birth, but I'm glad you were born. I think that's fun. I encourage you to not judge yourself today. I encourage you to ask your friend not to judge themselves today. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. And that's where we're going to leave it.